Scene 9H, take 3, marker.
Quiet on set. Action.
2023 will go down as one of the best years of my life, filled with achievements, laughter, friendships, and more. This will be the story of a young filmmaker finding out who he truly is. This is the year that dreams came true. But this story begins in January of this year when I began a new endeavor, becoming the director of photography for the feature film Birds and Worms. For years I have worked on my cinematography skills to be able to take on a project of this scope, but I quickly realized that nothing would be able to mentally prepare me for my first feature film. We shot pretty much every single weekend from 10 to 16-hour days, and these days were stressful to say the least. But what made up for these very long film days was the cast and crew. The amount of passion and drive that these people had going into this project just made the experience all that much better. At the same time, I was a full-time student. I was going to school 5 days a week, and I was also balancing a part-time job. My life was stressful. But I always had that voice in the back of my head telling me that this was all going to be worth it, that this is what I've always wanted to do and I gotta go for it. And that's exactly what I did. April of this year, we officially called wrap on Birds and Worms, and I could not be happier to have finished my first ever feature film. Around the same time of wrapping Birds and Worms, I was also preparing for my college graduation. And May 13th, I officially graduated from college with a bachelor's in communications. And that's when everything decided to change. For the first time in my life, I didn't have to worry about school. It caused a lot of stress in my life, a lot of anxiety, and for the first time, I truly felt like I could take hold of my life and really do the things that I've always wanted to do. Spoiler alert, I did. Things kicked off almost immediately. I began work on a brand new short film and a feature film as a director of photography. Everything that I had learned from Birds and Worms, I took and implemented into these projects. Around this time, I was visiting studios and helping studios out. One in particular had the same type of technology that they used to shoot The Mandalorian. What? I was geeking out. This was something that I have always wanted to see, and I was able to see this and help out with it. It was incredible. First scene done of Harambe. I'm sweating.
No one cares.
After years of production, our short film Harambe would finally be done and would be put out for the world to see. We were happy that it was done, but we were also kind of bittersweet because this would be the last time as friends that we would be able to work on a project such as this. So we thought. Yeah. A dream that I have always had is to make a group gaming channel. This is something that I've always wanted to do, but never really felt like the time was right. Until now. I brought it up to my friends Jake, John, and Seth, and they absolutely loved the idea. We went straight to work, everything from artwork, planning videos, to figuring out how we would go about this channel. Around the same time, I was wrapping up a feature film and taking on even more film projects. I felt like I was on top of the world. And soon after, I would have the vacation of a lifetime, going on a road trip to Tennessee with my best friends. We would hit up Memphis, Chattanooga, Gatlinburg, Nashville. We had the time of our lives. I have never went on a trip with my friends of this scale, and it was an incredible experience. And that's when I realized I could have always done the things I've wanted to do. October 18th will go down to be one of the best days of my life, a day that a dream of mine truly came true, as it was the Birds and Worms official premiere night. I think it will not only go down as one of the most nerve-wracking days of my life, but will also go down as a day that I truly gained confidence in my abilities. When I sat there and watched something that I made be played for an audience of 200 people at a theater, it was a feeling that I have always wanted to have ever since I was a kid. As a person who worries almost constantly about things, in that moment I felt like all my worries were just gone and I was just there in the moment. It was almost euphoric. So many things have happened this year. I've reunited with old friends and created strong new ones. I've spent more time than ever with my friends and family and have really worked on myself and my career. The point of this film is to hopefully inspire you to go for your dreams and to take that first leap of faith. For years, I have been unhappy with my life, and I can attribute that to not taking any chances and just staying comfortable. And for the first time in my life, I feel truly confident in my abilities and who I am. And that is all because I put myself out there and I just went for it. With this year closing, a new chapter in my life is now beginning, and I couldn't be more excited. So thank you for everything.